Justin Bieber got into a screaming match with paparazzi as he begged them to stop harassing him. Footage of Justin Bieber getting into a screaming fight with the paparazzi outside a private members club in Malibu recently have been released. The video depicts Justin in a powder blue hoodie and baggy green pants as he tries to block his face from the circling media hounds on Thursday evening of June 12th. He can be heard saying from behind his hand, "Not me today, bro." The exchange lasted 11 minutes long, during which the star accused the opportunist photographers of mistreating him and criticized their audacity in questioning him. Bieber could be heard shouting in response to a photographer's question, saying, "How do you think it's going with you in my bleeping face? Get out of my face." He then continued to say, "You don't get to force questions in people's face and take videos out of context and use it against people. That's mean. It's mean to provoke people." He further accused them of treating, privacy invasion like a game, which resulted in one of the photographers laughing, and he said, "And now you're laughing because you know it's true." The photographers eventually backed away but kept the cameras rolling, prompting Bieber to continue his tirade. He said, "You're not getting it. It's not clocking to you. I don't give a F if you're on the sidewalk. I'm a human bleeping being. You're standing around my car at the beach." He continued to say, "I'm a real man. I'm a father. I'm a dad. And you guys are on private property in front of my car." When one bold pap wished him a happy early Father's Day, Justin sizzled with rage, saying, "I don't know you. You don't get to go to people you don't know and just say ish out of nowhere with a camera in their face. It doesn't matter if I'm a celebrity or not. It doesn't matter if I'm a public figure." Now, when the paps argued back, defending themselves by saying they were just standing on the sidewalk again and, had a right to question him, Justin said that their video would be taken out of context. He said, "You'll take this video out of context like you always do. You think I'm an idiot, bro?" He continued on to say, "I'm at my wit's end is what I am at. I'm demanding respect. You confuse my anger with disrespect. It's anger because you're disrespecting me. You don't get to disrespect me and get away with it." Justin told them that, their jobs were at the expense of another human being. Now, Justin accused the paps of basically standing around him like he's just some sort of animal. Now, after his parking lot screaming match with the photographers on Thursday night, Bieber took to Instagram, again to show off his son. The slideshow depicts the singer carrying Jack Blues in a baggy red Balenciaga top and yellow shorts with mismatched socks, captioned with the phrase "Hey baby" and a flip-off emoji. He actually posted several photos and the caption was just the middle finger emoji, even one with his son and Hailey sitting at the piano, which was honestly just bizarre. But anyway, fans have been really concerned for Justin's well-being in recent months, and the recent months, the singer, who has been married to Hailey since 2018, has shared very cryptic posts, often expressing his thoughts on love. There have been rumors that Justin and Hailey's relationship was on the rocks. Justin Bieber is crashing out again. Well, it just hasn't stopped, has it? His recent Instagram posts have fans deeply concerned. Justin Bieber's latest social media posts have his fans raising red flags, with many urging the pop star to seek help as concerns over his mental health continue to grow. The singer shared a carousel of selfies in the bathroom on Saturday on Instagram, posing in the mirror with exaggerated facial expressions and a very cryptic caption that read, "You could point at my flaws or you could recognize your own little B." That's a bad word. You get me, right? While JB may have meant it as a tongue-in-cheek jab, fans weren't laughing nor thought it was cute. One person online wrote, "He's clearly not okay." Another person wrote, "Why are the people around him not helping him?" One person even compared Bieber's unraveling public image to that of Britney Spears, writing, "He's slowly turning into the Britney of our generation." The pics are weird. I mean, I did see them probably as soon as they came out, and yeah, it's giving like 2014 high school wannabe rapper vibes. I can't explain it, but that's just what it reminds me of. They're honestly so weird and just kind of cringe. I just really hate this for him. Now, the bathroom post comes on the heels of increasing speculation around Bieber's well-being, including his disoriented appearance at wife Hailey Bieber Rhodes' skincare event earlier this year. Now, after all of his fans, commented saying he needs help, he then posted another cryptic message on Instagram about friendships or just relationships in general, but the post read, "Tired of transactional relationships. If I have to do something to be loved, that's not love." Now, along with the caption, Bieber attached one very blurry selfie and another close-up photo of himself. Several fans rushed to the comments to share their concerns, yet again, with one writing, "It's obvious dude is crying for help." Another person said, "Are you sleeping okay? Seems like you are posting at all hours of the day. A good rest helps so much." Others voiced their support for Bieber Bieber with a fan saying, "You're very loved, we're here," and with a big heart emoji. Now, from this, of course, fans have been eagle-eyed on Hailey to see what she's up to, if she's gonna respond, and of course, nothing gets by Hailey Bieber fans. Social media users called out the model on Monday for making a cryptic edit to the caption of her latest Instagram upload. Hailey posted multiple bikini photos over the weekend, initially writing "lemon drop martinis and therapy all summer long." However, the caption now reads "lemon drop martinis all summer long." She took out the therapy part. So Bieber's, followers put the update on blast in the comments section, with one person writing that it was too late to change it after, too many people already took screenshots of it. Why did you delete the therapy part, friend? Hailey. Now, Hailey or Justin have not responded, of course, to this, and they likely won't ever, but honestly, Justin is so insanely unhinged these days that you just never know, he might. I really am a JB fan, so I genuinely hope he's okay and has a comeback for the ages, but for now, I just wish he'd stay off social media.
A video has resurfaced of how Justin Bieber treats his wife Hailey, and fans are furious as he was so rude and it seems like he doesn't even like his wife. Now, in the video, Hailey and Justin are sitting in a car as Justin faces the camera as he's on Instagram Lives and jokingly calls Hailey clueless, noting that he only listens to her because she's his wife. "If you weren't so hot, I would have gotten rid of you a long time ago," he added, prompting Hailey to say, "Oh, too bad for you." Yikes, now that's not something you'd want to hear from your husband. Now, this is just one of the many jabs Justin has made against Hailey. It seems like he only values her for her looks and not who she is as a person, but then again, he's also used her looks against her. Now, recently, Hailey made the cover of Vogue. Now, it's a huge accomplishment, but Justin had to go and overshadow it. He posted a photo of the cover to his Instagram and captioned the post saying, "Yo, this reminds me when Hailey and I got into a huge fight. I told Hailey that she would never be on the cover of Vogue. Yikes, I know, so mean. For some reason, because I felt so disrespected, I thought I gotta get even." He then added, "Think as we mature, we realize we're not helping anything by getting even. We're honestly just prolonging what we really want, which is intimacy and connection. So baby, you already know, but forgive me for saying you wouldn't get a Vogue cover, cause clearly I was sadly mistaken." Now, this is just embarrassing and plain hurtful. Why he thought it was okay to post this, we'll never really know. Now, Justin received a lot of backlash after this, with people claiming he was trying to sabotage Hailey, and with many comments saying, "May this love never find me." Eventually, Justin deleted the paragraph and replaced the caption with a bunch of emojis. It seemed like he was trying to tear her down and draw attention towards himself. Now, these are just two recent examples of Justin mistreating Hailey. A lot of people are actually worried for Hailey now, worrying that she's trapped in this marriage and can't get out. There have been multiple reports of the couple divorcing, but Hailey has shut these rumors down. Despite this, numerous reports from alleged insiders have revealed that Hailey's friends are telling her to leave Justin and to protect herself and their son, Jack Blues. It seems like there's never really been any good reports of the couple about their marriage. In 2022, during an interview with Apple Music's Ebro Darden, shared exclusively with People, Justin opened up about his mental health journey and some of the harder truths his marriage has helped him face. "It's a journey. I remember when I first got married, I hit a little bit of an emotional breakdown because I thought marriage was going to fix all my problems, and it didn't," Justin said. Hopefully, Justin will start treating Hailey better soon, and if not, hopefully Hailey realizes her worth and leaves him because she deserves better.
I guess it's too late now to say sorry, because Justin Bieber says he's traumatized in a recent heated text exchange that ended his relationship with a friend. On Sunday, June 15th, the singer shared a series of screen grabs on his Instagram showing the text messages he exchanged with a friend before deciding to abruptly cut them off for good. He appeared to to accuse the friend of critiquing his behavior amid a struggle with unspecified trauma. Now, in the first text message, Bieber wrote, "I would never suppress my emotions for someone. Conflict is a part of a relationship. If you don't like my anger, you don't like me." He then sent another text that said, "My anger is a response to pain I have been through. Asking a traumatized person not to be traumatized is simply mean." Bieber's friend, again, whom we don't know the identity of, replied to the text messages by trying to explain themselves to the singer. They said in the text, "I'm not used to someone lashing out at me. It's not that I don't see and feel your anger." Which, like, you see, to me, that's a very fair, very mindful, very demure response. I would have understood and acted accordingly, but Mr. Crash Out Everyday Bieber was absolutely not feeling this response because the singer then shared a follow-up text message announcing they were cutting ties. He sent back a text that said, "Ouch, this friendship is officially over. I will never accept a man calling my anger lashing out. I enjoyed our short-lived relationship." He then doubled down and said, "I wasn't kidding when I told you I didn't need you as a friend. I have good friends who will respect these boundaries." He concluded his rant by saying, "I thought you were a sussy. Take out the S first letter and add a P instead, okay?" He then said, "Which is why I always kept my distance, but I was willing to give you the benefit of the doubt. This confirms you are a sussy I always thought you were." Honestly, that was such a cold, hard response and also just really out of pocket. I don't know, it felt like a lot to me. He sent a middle finger emoji before telling the friend to just leave him alone. The friend replied saying, "I'm a sussy," and Bieber just wrote back saying, "Blocking you now." That's as far as we got to see, so who knows if they exchanged more texts at some point, but talk about messy, right? He later shared a video on his Instagram story shaking his head with the caption, "How I feel about you." He then also put the text exchange post on his stories alongside a message that appeared to be directed at everyone who had shown concern in the comment section. He said, "Quit asking me if I'm okay, quit asking me how I'm doing. I don't do that to you because I know how life is for all of us. It's hard. Let's encourage our people not project our insecurities onto one another." He then added, "Your concern doesn't come off as care, it's just oppressive weirdo." Justin went on to share a photo on his feed of himself smiling with a middle finger in the caption before a post showing him smoking. A day later, he returned to his Instagram to share more of his thoughts on people offering their unsolicited advice. He wrote, "People keep telling me to heal. Don't you think if I could have fixed myself, I would have already? I know I'm broken. I know I have anger issues. I tried to do the work my whole life to be like the people who told me I needed to be fixed like them. And it just keeps making me more tired and more angry. The harder I try to grow, the more focused on myself I am." He finished this one off by saying, "Jesus is the only person who keeps me wanting to make my life about others because honestly, I'm exhausted with thinking about myself lately, aren't you?" Hailey Bieber has finally got revenge on her superstar husband Justin Bieber, and here's how. Father's Day just passed, and so we would expect Hailey to have posted something on Instagram celebrating her baby daddy, right? Well, nope. Think again. Hailey Bieber gets her revenge on hubby Justin by skipping his Father's Day tribute on his very first Father's Day as a parent, and this comes just weeks after his disturbing remark about Mother's Day, where he bluntly said, "It sucks." The 28-year-old made no personal mention of the pop star, despite remaining very active on social media. To note and catch you up to speed, Hailey and Justin have been married for nearly 7 years and became parents to their son, Jack Blues Bieber, last summer. However, Justin received a ton of backlash last month after sharing what many called an offensive and vile post on Hailey's first Mother's Day since giving birth. Utilizing Instagram's Notes feature, Justin posted, "Love you moms, but Mother's Day sucks ASS." A note that he amplified to his 294 million followers by sharing a screenshot of it to his Instagram story. He followed it up with another post that read, "Good luck today for anyone navigating Mother's Day." Needless to say, Justin's followers were shocked by these posts, and he was heavily criticized online at the time. Many claimed he had humiliated Hailey on what should have been a very special day, and one viral tweet actually called his actions vile. Justin ended up deleting the note after a few hours. Now, he also followed up with posts celebrating Hailey, including a series of photos of her with the caption, "Best Mommy Day Girly." Justin then shared a video of his Mother's Day surprise to his wife, which included a mariachi band. Now, all of that was a little too late, with many still side-eyeing the star for the very insensitive note, and that is why people were left delighted on Sunday when Hailey expertly played Justin at his own game on his first Father's Day. In what some fans are calling a very subtle response, the Rhode founder dedicated her post on Father's Day entirely to her beauty brand without acknowledging her husband husband publicly. If you follow Justin, you will know that he shared over a dozen Instagram grid posts on the day, with the first black and white selfie alongside the caption, "I'm a dad that's not to be effed with." Hailey immediately commented on the post saying, "Father's Day sucks, ASS." Yes, you see what she did there, right? Hailey did not publicly acknowledge Father's Day on her own Instagram page, but Justin did not appear to have any hard feelings towards his wife for either that or her comment. Later in the day, he shared multiple photos of Hailey and Jack playing on a piano, and he also shared a picture of a smiling dolphin leaping through the air alongside the caption, "How I feel when @Hailey Bieber gets home," to his Instagram story. The star also shared photos of them both returning home from a little date night getaway.
Justin surprised fans as he made a surprise performance on stage in LA with SZA. Now the pair performed their Snooze remix, and during the song, SZA grabbed his chin as she sang the lyrics, "You just too important, nobody do body like you do." Now in response, Justin kissed the inside of her hand multiple times before she pulled away. Now some people online though think this behavior was inappropriate, especially because Hailey was in the audience. Now Hailey played it off though, afterwards posting on her Instagram stories of her husband and SZA's show, captioning it, "My two favorite artists." Now other people thought that Justin's appearance was concerning though, as it looked like he wasn't all there, and many people speculated that he could have been on different substances, as it's been reported he's been struggling with sobriety. Reacting to the moment, one person said, "Justin ain't been the same since he had his baby," while another said, "I really hope this man gets the help he needs." Now just last week, Justin was seen at a Toronto Maple Leafs game with his wife Hailey, and fans have been speaking up worried about his appearance as Justin's face looked thin and gaunt. Fans spoke out about this too after a photo of the couple was posted by the NHL on Instagram. One person said, "Dude looks unwell," while another asked, "Is he sick?" and a third added, "Sad to see Bieber is unwell." One reason for his appearance might be all the stress that he's been going through with his financial situation. A source told Page 6 that his money situation is so bad that Hailey's 100% the breadwinner now, and watch that company Road sell for, if not $1 billion, right under that. Now, despite selling his music catalog in 2022 for $200 million, a new documentary recently claimed that he is on the verge of financial collapse, partly due to dropping out of his tour the same year. You see, Justin canceled his Justice tour following a rare diagnosis of type 2 Ramsay-Hunt syndrome, a facial paralysis disease. Now, he lost out on an estimated $90 million, according to The Hollywood Reporter. Now, an insider claimed that Justin owed more than $20 million to the tour's promoter, AEG. Documents obtained by TMZ later showed that the pop star actually owed his then manager, Scooter Braun, $8 million. Scooter allegedly gave his former client a loan to help pay off the debts from the tour. Now, despite this, sources close to Justin strongly dispute that he's under any financial burden though, claiming that recent reports are a mischaracterization of his situation. Regardless, it looks like things between him and Hailey are under a strain, as all of his recent behavior has been super disrespectful towards her.
Justin Bieber is back at it again after his cryptic IG posts. Fans are saying Hailey needs to leave him now. Justin Bieber is no stranger to an internet tirade, having posted several cryptic messages in recent months about love and mental health, all of which have sparked concern amongst his many fans. Alongside his increasingly frail and disheveled appearance during public outings, Justin's frequent social media missteps have led to a renewed level of scrutiny over his words. Now, the 31-year-old took to Instagram last Tuesday night to share his thoughts on the nature of loyalty in love, causing fans to point out a glaring flaw in his logic. He wrote, "Telling other humans they deserve something is like raising someone else's kids. Who are you to tell someone what someone should or shouldn't have? The audacity, that's not your place. God decides what we deserve." He continued in a separate post that said, "Loyalty is a manipulative language. Loyalty is a duty. It's an obligation. That's not free will. Love is not a duty. Love is a delight." He continued saying, "Please stop using loyalty to keep people around you out of your own fear. It's hurting us. Mafia members use loyalty to keep people in their gangs. Let's not perpetuate this manipulative language. Love over loyalty forever." His fans took to the comments to share their concern for the singer, with one person writing, "What in the world is going on?" while another person added, "You deserve a social media break." Others pointed pointed to the fact that just days prior, Justin had shared a very strange post congratulating his wife Hailey Bieber on her recent Vogue cover while simultaneously insulting her in the process. One person wrote, "Justin, you told Hailey she couldn't be on a cover of Vogue. Isn't that telling her she couldn't have something? She got you there, Justin. Indeed she did. That's what I call a receipt check." Another person added, "Same guy who told his wife she'll never be on the cover of Vogue. JB, I love you, but what?" Some loyal and loving fans, however, took this opportunity to remind Justin that he's loved. One person wrote, "Justin, I don't know if you'll read this, but it's important for me to tell you that you're important and millions of people around the world who love you. Albums are not as important as we want to see your true happiness." A second person asked, "Are you okay, Justin?" And a third fan advised the singer, "I think you should leave God out of this and grow up." While a fourth person added, "Justin, you just need some therapy, bro." Hailey Bieber had another one to celebrate after her Vogue cover appearance, after her skincare brand Rhode was acquired in a $1 billion deal by e.l.f. Beauty. Now, Hailey expressed excitement about the partnership, calling it a new chapter in her journey. Now, as part of the deal, she will continue leading Rhode as Chief Creative Officer and Head of Innovation as well, while also serving as a strategic advisor to e.l.f. Beauty. Now, the acquisition includes $800 million in cash and stock up front, with an additional $200 million tied to future brand growth. Justin Bieber celebrated Hailey's career milestone with a PDA-filled Instagram post. The singer shared a carousel of images, including a very steamy shot of Hailey sitting on his lap while he embraced her intimately. Shortly after, he posted a tribute highlighting Hailey's success and determination, featuring her business announcement and a photo behind an office table. Fans flooded the comments with congratulations and praise for the couple. As you can imagine though, a ton of different ranging comments. It was the "this is the way a broke man embraces his rich girlfriend when she comes into money and he's about to ask to borrow some" for me. I laughed, honestly, cause yeah, like, isn't Justin broke now?
On Hailey's end, the alleged feud with Selena Gomez has kicked up again, but looking over at Justin, he's being accused of taking substances and being a bad father, and together they are being slammed with rumors of divorce. So basically, all the stuff we've been hearing about for the last 5 years, or longer, depending on the rumor. Let's start with Hailey because this happened like literally last week, and she seemingly responded to the incident on her Instagram story. A TikToker noticed that they received a like from Hailey Bieber, which wouldn't be drama usually, except that the video in question was kind of anti-Selena Gomez and her fiance Benny Blanco. The TikTok was criticizing new photos of Selena and her partner. If you spend any time on the internet, you've probably seen that people don't believe that Benny and Selena are in the same league when it comes to attractiveness, and because of that, they shouldn't be together. Whether or not he makes her happy does not matter. There was only one photo of the bunch in the TikTok that was kind of an outlier, her feet up to his face, but most of them were just pictures that a couple would usually take together. Like, one of them was just them sitting on a couch, so why are we acting like they committed a crime? Anyways, the style of the video was showing the photos in the background with the caption, "Sorry to do this to everyone, but I had to look at these photos so you do too. I genuinely can't decide which is the worst." I mean, for me, it's the feet one, but that's just because I personally hate them. People didn't get a chance to focus on the video itself though once they noticed who was liking it, allegedly one Hailey Bieber. Soon, the top comments in the video were all about that. People were calling Hailey obsessed and a hater. There were also lots of comments about how when Hailey seemingly liked the video, it wasn't viral yet, which had people accusing the model of having a whole For You page about Selena hate and generally being a stalker. However, there is a chance the TikToker fabricated this whole thing, using established public feelings to their advantage to gain more attention. They were the one that first pointed out that Hailey liked the video. If you go to someone's TikTok, you can't see what accounts liked a video the way that you on other social media sites like Instagram. Only the person that posted the video gets notifications about who liked it, so no one would have known that Hailey liked the video if the creator didn't say anything. A rep for Hailey has said that the liking never happened, and that the creator made it up for personal online gain. Her account did grow after this drama, her follower account rising and videos covering it being her most watched by far. Some people are also skeptical of the whole thing because the proof that Hailey interacted with the account is in the form of a screenshot, something that the comments have pointed out could be photoshopped or AI generated. People began asking the creator to screen record the notification, however that is yet to make it out. Whether that be because the TikToker actually did Photoshop the image, or because they would have to scroll through thousands of notifications just to get back to Hailey's, who knows? But it's enough to have people taking Hailey's side in this mess. The creator did post a screen recording of her screenshots in her folder at the times that she did take them, but it's still not a screen recording of the notification itself. Hailey recently posted a cryptic message on her Instagram, and it looks like it might have something to do with this situation, maybe? To a plain background she wrote, "Pastors and preachers really love to just put words together with the same letter and act like it's hitting so crazy." Adding examples below like "there's grace in the gratitude." Finishing off the image saying that it drives her bananas. The following story was of the Flaming Elmo meme, excellent choice first of all, and this one was captioned, "and then people sit there like this eating it up." Since the TikTok like drama was all people knew about recently, it was assumed that these stories would be about that. It's not hard making a connection to the Elmo meme since people jump at the chance to say Hailey hates Selena, but I'm not really sure what the alliteration post means. The opening for the Hailey liked my TikTok video was Hailey Bieber herself, so maybe it's referencing that. I admit I'm not sure. I don't want to pretend like I know the situation on a personal level, unlike the TikToker. In her 3 videos covering this moment, she outright said that she feels like this is definitive proof that when Hailey says there's no drama, that she's lying. She also said that Hailey probably effing hates Selena, and she also said that Hailey's For You page was probably full of Selena hate and was trained to show her videos bashing the singer since she allegedly interacted with the video when it was only at 77,000 views. Hailey and Selena have been dealing with rumors of a feud for about a decade now. They have shut the rumors down multiple times, even posed together for pictures, but they always seem to end up right back where they started, with headlines saying they are fighting, and it's all because they dated the same guy. Justin Bieber. He's found himself surrounded by controversy. It's a lot of the same old stuff again, being a bad dad, using substances, etc. But what's more new is people speculating that the star has had a hair transplant. The stuff about substances and being a bad dad kind of goes hand in hand. Bieber has recently posted a few photos of himself using something that makes you happy with herbal substances. We can't say the actual names of these things, so I do apologize. But whatever, he was around them in pictures, which prompted people to tell the star to stop using and be a better father, be more present with his son. Bieber has been accused of using other, more intense substances, however there is no proof of those ones. The reason people were saying any of this at all was because Justin has been spotted out recently looking unlike his past self. People have said that he's been looking haggard and tired, his fashion wasn't helping the situation, as he usually goes for the oversized look, which makes him appear skinnier than he actually was, which only spurred on the rumors that his life was headed in a downward spiral. Of course, there is a chance that he's not looking as rested as he used to because he has a new member of the family at home that is currently at the age known for crying through the night, but that's just speculation. Reps for the singer had denied that he was using things, and now Justin himself seems to be responding to the social media accusations on his Instagram. The star posted a message about not having anything to prove or not owing anyone anything. This could also be about the divorce rumors though that have literally plagued the couple throughout the relationship. Despite posting many photos and videos of themselves together looking very happy, and even some featuring their son Jack, people are still saying the couple is headed for divorce. Reps for the couple have said time and time again that the pair are in it for the long run, but sources keep coming forward alleging that there's trouble in paradise. Just recently, after Hailey's event in February, a source shared that not only was Justin going through a hard time, but also that Hailey was really concerned for her husband and there was only so much she could do. The source went so far as to say Hailey loves Justin with all her heart, but that doesn't necessarily mean she's happy. The couple did seem pretty happy in all the birthday pictures and videos Justin posted, but who knows, I guess. As for the hair transplant rumors, because who could have seen that one coming? Those started on TikTok, of course. A plastic surgeon noticed that Justin really liked wearing hats, and there was a period where all people would see of him was him in a hat. The plastic surgeon took 2 photos of the singer, one from 2022 and the other from 2024, putting them side by side to try and prove his point. The 2022 photos featured a Bieber buzz cut, and the other photos showed his longer hair now. The plastic surgeon pointed out that the hairlines were slightly different and it is now more flat. The surgeon also said that it could take up to a year or even a year and a half for a person to see results with a hair transplant, so that would explain why Bieber suddenly loved hats so much. Since these rumors had their heyday last year, it's unlikely that Bieber's story would be referencing this, though it would still fit. Reasons for divorce rumors are not limited to the rumors of substance use, or, well, there would be more if that is the case to that alleged story. It's no secret that Justin has had a hard time growing up in the public eye. He was arrested, he had a very public falling out with his ex, and he was treated oddly by many grown adults when he wasn't one. There are many videos online of grown people asking a teenage Bieber intimate questions or even getting physical with him without consent. He appeared to be more of a toy to people than a person. Then a video of him with Diddy resurfaced, and at this point we all know what Diddy has been accused of by literally over 100 people. People are worried that worse things happened to or even just around the start when he was that young, and that it's taking its toll now. Of course, hopefully nothing of the sort did occur, but no matter what, it's clear the singer is doing much better and is very happy with his wife, child, and career as it stands.
Justin Bieber's latest crash out online has not only fans concerned, but his wife Hailey also. Is this all over Selena Gomez, or is there more to the story? Let's dig in. Justin Bieber, went and took to Instagram Live on Sunday night to presumably showcase some new music, but the whole thing was extremely weird and bizarre, leaving fans shocked and concerned. Justin is having the crash out of the century after ex-Selena Gomez's new album came out, and fans are expressing their concern for him after he appeared on live stream looking unwell and unlike himself. He also recently posted a very cryptic post on social media that said, "I really tried to play nicey nicey," which many believe, is his response to Selena's new song where she sings, "How does it feel to be forgotten?" So many believe that the post was aimed at her. Now, during his Instagram Live, he can be seen listening to beats or new music from him. Honestly, it's unclear at this point. Now, the camera is also extremely close up, right to his face. You can basically see his nose hairs. So many people went in the comments to basically say he's completely crashing out, but some people defended him, saying this is just his way of doing and creating music. This is how he gets creative. But the bulk of the comment section is just filled with a lot of, "Are you okay? What is going on? Are you back on shrugs?" Now, the thing is, maybe he is okay. Unpopular opinion, I know, but it is possible he is. But also, it is possible he's not. One thing that's true, though, is that he has never been this active on social media. These last few weeks, he's been extremely on. You have to wonder why, right? It is kind of giving crash out over Selena. Now, one person online said, "Someone keep an eye on him. This is giving Aaron Carter," with another person adding, "He needs Benny Blanco more than Selena does." One user actually predicted that he will be the next Kanye West, and he was also compared several times to our girl Britney Spears. Now, it's a lot going on, and the vibe is that it won't stop anytime soon. A Selena fan actually took to his comment section to write that she's worried about Selena's wedding day. She wrote, "I'm worried that on Selena's wedding day, he's going to steal her, because if he is crashing out this hard just because of an album and her and Benny's interviews, then he's going to snap on her wedding day." That comment got over 1,000 likes, so the concern is evident. People are calling for, childhood fame and what it does to people to be studied, because more times than not, we see this sort of pattern happen, and the end result, usually not good, right? Personally, I will always, I was actually always very skeptical kind of about Justin still being obsessed with Selena. Not really anymore though. A happily married man doesn't do all of this, in my opinion. Now, he will probably always be in love with Selena. Users on X ex are having the biggest reactions to all of this. One person wrote, "Why is Justin crashing out on the internet every day? I think it's more than just Selena and Benny and everything that's come out about Diddy. I think he's genuinely crying out for help while the whole world just sits and laughs at him." Another person said, "I think Selena has motivated him to get back to music. He said it before, Selena motivates him. So I think with all the drama and negativity going on in the media, he's pushing for new music." Someone responded to that comment by saying, "I don't think Justin ever really loved Hailey. He just settled for her because he thought Selena would be jealous. Now that she moved on, he is stuck in a relationship he probably never wanted to begin with." One theory circulating, online is that he's pretending to be insane and mentally incompetent so he doesn't have to testify at the Diddy trial. Interesting. At the end of the day, Justin Bieber's recent posts and expressions are too vague to really draw, concrete conclusions over. The whole post, I really tried to play nicey-nicey. We really don't know exactly what that means yet, but time will tell us, hopefully. Still, Justin Bieber has people in his corner no matter what, so hopefully he feels supported right now, and, in a way that he could get him, on less chaotic track, hopefully. He recently hit the gym with none other than Gunna, who, which is a crossover many fans might not have expected to witness at any time. Both are huge stars these days though, so it checks out just fine. Also, Biebs has also been a big rap fan. Hailey Bieber just unfollowed Justin on Instagram. Justin Bieber had a very active day on Instagram yesterday, sharing 8 new posts and 17 Instagram stories. That's right, 17. He shared a post with his son, Jack Bieber, and an Instagram story featuring a very close-up photo of Hailey Bieber set to Sade's, Jezebel song. Now, he posted about God as well and how he really tried to play nicey-nicey, like I said, and then he also shared a story of himself preparing a J. Now, in the midst of the social media activity, Hailey made a surprising move Monday morning. The model unfollowed her husband on the platform. Now, it's unclear whether she did it by accident or on purpose. It could also be a very early April Fool's Day joke as well, because, it is March 31st, so hey. Justin still follows her on the platform. Hailey's Instagram stories contain no hint at all of her motive. They are just regrams of her business Roadskins account. Now, Daily Mail pointed out she did recently repost a TikTok where a user wrote, "I'd be a terrible therapist because I'd want to see a pic of the person you're crying about," which had people raising eyebrows. Now, still, Hailey was very supportive of her husband's posting spree yesterday. She even commented a heart eyes emoji on his latest post. Hailey's move, though, comes months after Justin briefly unfollowed her in January. Now, he claimed it was not deliberate. He refollowed her and wrote on his own Instagram story saying, "Someone went on my account and unfollowed my wife. Ish is getting sus out here." Now, days before Hailey unfollowed Justin on Instagram, Justin shared a very emotional statement on his Instagram story saying that he felt like a fraud and unqualified most days. Now, after this post, the couple were spotted meeting a pastor at a Los Angeles church. Now, that visit came, right after Justin admitted to struggling with anger issues in another Instagram post. He also revealed that he wants to grow and not react so much. And on March 21st, a source spoke about the state of, Bieber's marriage, shutting down speculation that there was trouble. The source said, "Things are fine. Hailey's working and Justin's creating music." The insider also added, "They are just doing their thing. They are not concerned what people think. They have a great life. They love being parents. They have a great marriage too." Now, on February 24th, a source also said that Hailey has made a real effort to be there for her husband as he, manages his mental health, saying Hailey is trying to be as supportive as possible. It can be hard for Hailey, but she's always there for him and is understanding. Now, Hailey actually spoke to W Magazine last July about how upsetting speculation about her and Justin's relationship has been. She revealed that she works with a therapist in order to not let the negative comments get to her. She said, "People have made me feel so bad about my relationship since day one. Oh, they're falling apart. They hate each other. They're getting divorced. It's like people don't want to believe that we're happy. I used to try to act like it hurts less and less. I've tried to think that, you get used to it at a certain point, that this is what it's going to be, And she basically said, she realizes that it doesn't actually ever hurt any less. The drama between Justin and Hailey Bieber seems to be going on forever. Amid Hailey unfollowing Justin, fans took to social media, instantly asking Justin why his wife unfollowed him. Others quickly responded saying things like, "You're right, she did. I just checked. She did. LOL. And she is done." However, other admirers of the couple pointed out that no, she didn't, adding that it appears that everyone unfollowed the singer because he deactivated the account for 7 minutes. Another person said no, she didn't. When someone deactivates their account, it takes a while for them to show up in someone's following. So personally, I just checked right now on Instagram, like a couple minutes ago, and Hailey is still unfollowing Justin. Like, he's still not on her list. So I don't think it's a glitch, and I checked Justin's account as well, and he is following her. So she's not following him, he's following her. So let's see what transpires in the next few days, yeah? Justin shared a video on Instagram of himself smoking while listening to music. Fans have admitted that they were growing more and more concerned about the pop star. Justin posted a minute-long video to his Instagram stories on Thursday showing himself smoking what appeared to be a J. Now, Justin smiled wide as he exhaled, the smoke moving close to the camera between several puffs. The post appeared to be a response to criticism after fans speculated about his demeanor at wife Hailey Bieber's Rhode Skin Cosmetics pop-up event a while ago. A viral video from the event showed Bieber smiling widely. Another showed him staring blankly at the camera while posing with Hailey. Fans of Justin did not take his new video well as they rushed to social media to share how disappointed they were by his behavior. One person online said, "Is this what he's doing with his life now? With a newborn?" Adding, "Hollywood broke another one." Recent snaps of Bieber showed him walking around New York City, and the images went viral with many commenting on his appearance. Some questioned how healthy the singer looked, while others questioned, whether he was using hard substances. The rumors got so bad that Bieber's representatives had to step in and dismiss the narrative. Speaking to TMZ, one of his representatives said, "The recurring narrative that Justin is using hard substances is absolutely not true," adding that Bieber is actually in one of the best places in his life. They went on to say that Bieber is working on some new music while being a parent to his son Jack Blues, who he and Hailey Bieber welcomed back in August 2024. His representative also said he has had a very transformative 12 months, cutting ties with several close friends and business relationships that basically no longer served him. Now, despite these comments, after the star shared a video of him smiling and smoking what looks like maybe a cigar on his Instagram story, fans began to offer kind words on his other photos while also speculating about his well-being. One person commented, "He needs support and help. This is so sad, and more reason why this industry needs to be overhauled and better supportive measures put in place for artists." Another person said, "People filming themselves smoking always feels cringe AF, especially when it's Bieber doing it." A third person wrote, "What happened to my sweet Bieber? I hope he's doing fine." Bieber's representatives have also previously said what impact these rumors around his health are actually having on him. They said the rumors are exhausting and pitiful and shows that despite the obvious truth, people are committed to keeping negative, salacious, harmful narratives alive. Bieber has had to deal with health issues in the past. Revealed back in 2020 that he had been diagnosed with Lyme disease, and in 2023, the singer was forced to cancel his remainder of his world tour as a result of Ramsay-Hunt syndrome, better known as RHS, which he'd been diagnosed with. Justin Bieber puked on stage in front of fans back in 2012. Food poisoning, alcohol consumption, or nerves? I don't know. When Justin Bieber premiered his Believe tour in Glendale, Arizona, the show was fantastic, but not perfect. Unfortunately, the 18-year-old Canadian superstar at the time was feeling sick, and dare I say, Bieber had a fever. Bieber threw up on stage not once, but twice during the concert. The first was the most visual and seen by many people there. Halfway through the concert, during a dance performance of Out of Town Girl, Bieber suddenly turned around and keeled over while his dancers continued to dance and his backing track continued to play. Fans watched on as their beloved Justin got sick all over the stage before running off backstage. Now, the dancers continued through the song, and a DJ actually took over momentarily while some unfortunate person had to clean up the mess. Bieber returned to the stage with, of course, loud screams of support from his fans. He apologizes, saying, "I'm sorry, I'm gonna slow things down." He then segued into an acoustic song called Fall, and being the rock star that he is, he got on a platform on the mobile crane and soared above the crowd. But a few songs later, Bieber was sick again. At the beginning of Beauty and a Beat, a duet he was singing with Nicki Minaj, through a pre-recorded video for the performance, Bieber ran off stage again. When he returned a few minutes later, the singer explained to his concerned fans, it's hard for me, not feeling great and throwing up in front of a bunch of people. The crowd, no doubt, will support Bieber through anything though. He then said, "Will you love me even though I'm throwing up on stage?" If the screams and cheers that followed were any indication, the answer was clear that yes, they would still love him. Now, after the show, Bieber tweeted a pic of him laying in bed with the caption that said, "Great show, getting better for tomorrow's show, love you, milk was a bad choice, LOL." Now, John M. Chu, which is the creative director for Bieber's tour, actually said at the time that Bieber powered through the show very impressively despite his condition. He said, "The star of the show last night was Bieber, the ultimate professional. He really impressed me with his honesty to his fans without hesitation. This guy knows his audience more than anyone." So while it may have destroyed his reputation in the moment, it didn't have any lasting effects, as we know. Justin Bieber sparked major concern as he rapped about being under the influence in a strange, new, bizarre video. "Justin, oh my, you are certainly not a baby no more." In a puzzling Instagram video that he shared to his account the other day, Bieber sang while shirtless and carrying a bag of snacks, saying, "I fly like a fly guy, I fly high like a bagpipe, I go high like a bad guy." Very weird. Bieber's video sparked mixed reactions from fans. Some praised his rap performance and called on him to return to music, while others expressed concern for his well-being. One fan wrote, "Bieber is back," with the fire emoji, and someone else said, "I'm so desperate for new music, I'll take anything at this point. This is gold right now, go Biebs." Meanwhile, one of the negative comments read, "Something is very off. This video disturbs me on so many levels, WTF." A different fan wrote, "If anyone's a true fan of Justin Bieber, you would know that there's something wrong with him. He needs help." Now, earlier this month, Bieber's rep denied rumors that the singer is on substances. Now, keep in mind, this video was posted 2 days after he fired back at people accusing him of using hard substances. So, I don't know. I would have laid very low, but he's doing a lot right now, in my opinion. Maybe he just doesn't care? Now, these recent rumblings only added to already existing rumors that he and Hailey were having relationship troubles, which surfaced actually in December and were elevated when Justin unfollowed Hailey on Instagram in January. Now, since then, the pair has addressed the online chatter time and time again. Hours after he seemingly unfollowed her, Hailey also, put suspicions to rest by including a sneaky picture of the singer taking a nap in one of her classic Instagram photo dumps. Now, 2 weeks later, they further confirmed that the relationship is going strong while stepping for a cozy New York City date night. Hailey actually told W Magazine in an interview recently that people had made her feel so bad about her relationship since day one. She said, "Oh, they're falling apart, they hate each other, they're getting divorced. It's like people don't want to believe that we're happy." And while the 28-year-old is no longer surprised by the constant criticism, she admitted that it never stops being difficult. She continued to say, "I used to try and act like it hurts less and less." And then she continued to say, "I've tried to think that you get used to it at a certain point, that this is what it's going to be, and this is how people are just going to be. But I realized that it doesn't actually ever hurt any less. Either way, having your rep slam rumors and then go and post a video where you're rapping about flying high, I don't know, it just doesn't look good to me, and it does indeed fuel the rumors." Justin Bieber's reckless driving has been caught on camera. Back in 2014, he was charged with drunken driving, resisting arrest, and driving without a valid license after police saw the pop star street racing in Miami Beach. Bieber asked the police officer who pulled him over just after 4 a.m. according to the arrest report, "What the F did I do? Why did you stop me?" Bieber was released from a Miami jail an hour after he made a brief appearance through a video link before a Miami judge who set a standard $2,500 bond. He strutted out of the jail dressed in all black with a baggy hoodie covering his head. His pants appeared to be baggy leather. Now, Bieber briefly sat on top of a black Cadillac Escalade where he waved to screaming fans before he was chauffeured away. Now, at the bail hearing, the singer, dressed in an orange jail uniform, stood silently with his lips sometimes pursed as attorney Roy Black represented him in the hearing earlier. Black actually told Judge Joseph Farina that he had been retained by Bieber's manager. He said his partner had been denied access to Bieber in jail before the hearing. Bieber was booked into the Miami jail after failing a sobriety test, and Miami Beach Police Chief Raymond Martinez told reporters Bieber made some statements that he had consumed some alcohol and that he had been smoking something and consumed some sort of prescription medication. A Miami Beach officer saw Bieber driving a yellow Lamborghini in a race against a red Ferrari in a residential area of Miami Beach. Now, the cars were speeding at about 55 to 60 miles per hour in a 30 mile mph zone. Now, Martinez also said, the officer pulled Bieber's car over, but the singer was not cooperating with the officer's instructions. At first, he was a little belligerent, using some very choice words, questioning why he was being stopped and why the officer was even questioning him. He allegedly ignored a police officer's request to keep his hands on the car while he did, a cursory pat down for weapons. Now, the arresting officer quoted Bieber as saying, "I ain't got no bleeping weapons. Why do you have to search me? What the bleep is this about?" The arrest report describes Bieber as having a very flushed face, bloodshot eyes, and the odor of alcohol on his breath. Now, Bieber failed the sobriety test, of course, and 2 black SUVs blocked the traffic at 26 and Pine Tree Drive, which facilitated an open road for the 2 cars to actually race on that street. That's what the report said. The Ferrari's driver, identified at the time as 19-year-old Def Jam recording artist Khalil Sharif, was also arrested on a drunken driving charge. Now, Sharif posted a video on his Instagram account of Bieber in the yellow Lamborghini with a woman behind the wheel, and he wrote in the caption, "Bizzle brought that Lambo out." Another post actually showed a photo of a Ferrari steering wheel with the caption, "Miami Nights riding through your city in the Hot Wheel." A tweet posted Wednesday evening on Sharif's verified Twitter account also linked a video of him playing basketball with Bieber. So there was a lot of evidence there. Justin Bieber got kicked out of Coachella. This will be etched in the memories of music fans for years to come. Justin Bieber, who was just 21 years old at the time, had been attending the festival with his then girlfriend Hailey Baldwin. Bieber attempted to watch a performance by his friend and Six God Drake from the artist's VIP area. According to reports, Bieber had not been given the proper credentials to access the VIP area, and when he tried to enter, he was stopped by security. What happened next is somewhat disputed, but it's reported that Bieber became belligerent and argumentative with the security guards, refusing to leave the area. The situation allegedly escalated to the point where Bieber was physically removed from the festival grounds by security personnel. A video of him getting thrown out started circulating, and people couldn't get enough of it. The incident was widely reported in the media, with many outlets publishing photos and videos of Bieber being escorted out of the festival. He was literally put into a chokehold before getting thrown into, the curb. Not even an army of believers could protect Justin from it. Bieber told the guards that he had been personally invited to the show by Drake, a fellow Canadian, and got into an argument with the Coachella staff. Sources told the gossip site that Coachella security put Bieber in that chokehold during the argument in order to get him out. Anyway, the Coachella incident sparked a heated debate among fans and critics, with some defending Bieber's behavior as, a justified response to overly aggressive security, while others condemned his actions as entitled and disrespectful. In the aftermath of the incident, Bieber took to social media to apologize for his behavior, saying he had, let his emotions get the best of him and promised to just do better in the future. The incident marked a turning point in Bieber's career as he began to transform from his teenage heartthrob image to a more mature and introspective artist. In the years since, Bieber has spoken publicly about his struggles with fame, mental health, and substance dependency issues, and has used his platform to advocate for social justice and awareness. Justin Bieber got kicked out of a Miami Beach nightclub in 2014. Justin Bieber was involved in an incident at a Miami Beach nightclub called Live Nightclub. Live Nightclub is a popular nightlife destination in Miami Beach, known for its high-end atmosphere and celebrity clientele. On the night of January 23rd, Bieber was in town for a concert and decided to visit the club with his entourage. According to eyewitnesses, Bieber and his group arrived at the club around 2 a.m. and were escorted to a VIP table. However, things quickly took a turn. Bieber allegedly became belligerent and started arguing with the club's staff and security. The exact details of the dispute are kind of unclear, but it's reported and alleged that Bieber was presented with a $10,000 tab for his group's drinks and bottle service. Bieber allegedly refused to pay the bill, claiming that he had already paid for the drinks and that the club was trying to kind of rip him off. Ew, it's kind of giving broke. But no, for real, if I ever rack up a $10,000 tab at a bar or a club, call the police on me and send me to AA. The situation escalated when Bieber's entourage got into a confrontation with the club's security personnel. Witnesses described the scenes as chaotic, with Bieber's friends and bodyguards basically pushing and shoving the security guards. Eventually, the club's management had had enough and decided to kick Bieber to the curb and out of the club. Now, legend has it that someone asked, so how are you gonna hate from outside of the club when you can't even get in? Anyway, witnesses reported that Bieber was visibly intoxicated, stumbled out of the club surrounded by his friends and bodyguards. The incident made headlines the next day, day, and many outlets reporting on Bieber's behavior. The club's management later released a statement saying that Bieber had been kicked out for just being unruly and disrespectful to the staff and other patrons. The incident was just one of several controversies that Bieber was involved in during 2014. The incident led to widespread criticism, with many fans and critics just expressing concerns about his well-being and maturity. Justin Bieber got kicked out of a Paris hotel in 2013. On December 17, 2013, Justin Bieber was involved in an incident at a very luxurious Le Royal Maison Raffles Hotel in Paris, France. Le Royal Maison Raffles, if I'm pronouncing that right, is a 5-star hotel located in the heart of Paris. Bieber was staying at the hotel while on tour in Europe, and according to some sources, Bieber and his entourage arrived at the hotel around 3 a.m. after a night out in the city. However, things went sideways when Bieber allegedly became confrontational and started arguing with the hotel staff and security personnel. The exact details of the incident are slightly unclear, but it's alleged that Bieber was given a warning by hotel staff about the noise level coming from his room. Bieber allegedly refused to comply and continued to make noise, prompting the staff to call security. Witnesses described the incident as loud, scary, and threatening, with Bieber's friends and bodyguards getting a little too handsy with the staff. Eventually, the hotel's management had just had enough, decided to kick Bieber and his entourage out of the hotel. Now, witnesses reported that Bieber was visibly upset and stormed out of the hotel surrounded by his friends and bodyguards. The incident made headlines the next day, of course, with many outlets reporting on Bieber's, horrible behavior. The hotel's management later released a statement just saying that Bieber had been kicked out for being rude, distasteful, and hostile towards the staff and crew there. This whole story is a little disputed though, because some claims are that Bieber didn't get kicked out, and instead he actually left on his own account because they were lacking security there. Apparently hundreds of fans gathered outside and inside the lobby of the hotel, and the hotel wasn't prepared for that, which is kind of weird because in 2013, Bieber was basically he was it. He was the superstar. You would think they would have been over prepared. Anyway, according to this account, guests were super unhappy that there was so much noise coming from fans. Allegedly, Bieber even encouraged the fans. A source said there were kids everywhere screaming and shouting, and the other guests just didn't like it. I mean, this particular hotel apparently has hosted a lot of big names, including the likes of Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt, and even the royal family. So again, why were they not prepared? Justin Bieber got kicked out of a Rio de Janeiro nightclub in 2013. Bieber was in there for a concert, basically as part of his Believe tour. After the show, he decided to visit a local nightclub called Centauros. According to eyewitnesses, Bieber arrived at the club around 2 a.m. and was escorted to the VIP area. Bieber allegedly became involved in an altercation with a photographer who was trying to take his picture. Of course, it's alleged that Bieber became agitated when the photographer refused to stop taking his picture. Bieber allegedly then punched the photographer in the face, causing a scene, and the situation escalated when the club's security personnel intervened to try and break up the fight. Bieber allegedly resisted and became combative with the guards. Now, eventually, Bieber just got kicked out. Witnesses reported that Bieber was visibly upset and just stormed out of the club, kind of yapping on his way out. The incident made headlines the very next day, with many outlets reporting on Bieber's brawl. Now, at first it was suspected that this club was actually a brothel, and Bieber was seen leaving with 2 females when he got kicked out, but it was later revealed that it's not a brothel, and more of an old-fashioned gentleman's club, which kind of sounds the same. Their words, not mine, okay? So 2013 was just a wild time for young Bieber. Last up, Justin Bieber was kicked out of a New York City nightclub on November 4th, 2012. Justin Bieber was involved in an incident at a nightclub in New York City. Bieber was 18 years old at the time and was visiting New York basically for a concert. After the show, he decided to visit a nightclub called Lavo. According to sources that were there, Bieber arrived at the club around 1 a.m. and was escorted to the VIP area. Bieber allegedly became involved in an altercation with a club goer who was just trying to take his photo. It's reported that Bieber became annoyed when the club goer refused to stop taking his picture. Bieber allegedly pushed the club goer, causing a huge scene, of course, and this situation escalated when the club security intervened to try and break up the fight. Bieber allegedly resisted and became very combative with the security guards. Eventually, he was just told to leave and basically was kicked out of the club. Again, the incident made headlines the next day, of course. This was just another moment in that year where it had everyone talking about just how immature Justin was. But I mean, he was very young, so can we really blame him? Justin has long struggled with his mental health. Justin has been open about struggling with anxiety, as it's something he developed growing up in the spotlight. Apparently, he's been struggling with it recently again too. too. A source said Justin has been struggling for the last couple of years, and a significant part of that is down to his worry about being in certain public situations, the source said. Now, he has built up a deep fear of being out in spaces with lots of people and has a deep-seated worry about large crowds. That is one of the reasons why he's not done any touring for a while. Justin focused on trying to heal and get better by staying away from too many outings away from his home where he would have to mix with strangers, and that in turn has made him borderline reclusive at times. Not to mention, Justin has admitted to being addicted to different medications and alcohol in the past. Justin eventually decided he wanted to get sober when he felt like he was dying. Now, being candid, he said, "My security and stuff would come into my room at night to check my pulse." Now, people don't know how serious it got. It was legit crazy scary, that's what he said. Scooter Braun, Bieber's longtime manager, called, ages 19 to 21 his dark period. Justin then became clean, but he's worried fans, that he's using again now. He's posted some very concerning content on social media, and fans think that, he might have relapsed again, which is not good. Justin Bieber's relationship with Diddy has been raising concerns ever since Diddy was arrested. Diddy has been arrested for running a crime ring for decades, and many different people have sued him for being mistreated and taken advantage of by him. Justin was close with Diddy at one point, and it has people thinking he might have been a victim of Diddy's. At one point, Justin spent 48 hours alone with Diddy. Now, what happened during those 48 hours, nobody really knows, but the thing is, Justin posted about it on his YouTube page. In this video, Diddy says he's having 48 hours with Diddy where we are hanging out, and what we're doing we can't really disclose, but it's definitely a dream. I don't have legal guardianship of him, being Bieber, but for the next 48 hours he's here with me and we're gonna go full crazy. Now, this is just weird. It's been said that Justin might have been working with the police to bring down Diddy. Yep, footage has resurfaced of Justin and Diddy reuniting in 2021, and it has people questioning if Diddy thought that Justin was working with the feds. In the video, it shows Diddy getting out of a car and approaching Justin, giving him a hug before patting him down on his chest and torso a few times. The video has been posted in 2021 by Justin himself on his Instagram, but people are now thinking that Diddy was patting Justin down to see if he was actually wearing a wire. Now, the fact that Diddy thought he was wearing a wire says a lot. It seems like Justin and Diddy spent a lot of time together over the years, and while it appeared innocent, dark things could have happened behind closed doors that we just had no idea about. Justin Bieber grew up in the spotlight young, and it affected him negatively a lot. In 2020, while speaking with Apple Music's Zane Lowe, he said, it was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn, and everyone telling me they love me, and turn their back on you in a second. He then added that he wanted to protect Billie Eilish, who rose to fame young and quick like Justin did himself. He said, "I just want to protect her. I don't want her to go through anything I went through. I don't wish that upon anybody." He added that he hopes he could be, a good example for her. He basically said, "If she ever needs me, I'm gonna be there for her. I'm just a call away." Now, him saying this almost just proves that he went through so much that he regrets. Speaking about his personal struggles that were made public as he was growing up, he said that at some points, it was bad, it was dark. Think about how young I was and how impressionable, and you have everybody telling you how awesome you are at all times. That's what he was explaining. He said, "I just want people to understand the psychology of why I potentially could have problems in my life." Justin also confessed that he has been, kind of reliving in the shame and, all of this sort of stuff that's been brought up in his past. Now, Justin was in a highly publicized relationship with Selena Gomez for many years, but he actually cheated on her multiple times. There's even rumors that he cheated on her with Hailey. Fans were pretty shocked when Selena's BFF Taylor Swift seemingly confirmed that the singer had cheated on Selena at one point when she liked a super shady post about it on Tumblr. Now, during her public feud with Justin and his manager Scooter Braun at the time, Taylor liked a post that read, "We haven't got to communicate our differences. You cheated on her best friend and then publicly sided with the man who made revenge blank against her. Was she supposed to invite you over for tea? F out of here." Selena has also alluded to him cheating on her in her music as well. According to insiders, Justin's management team worked tirelessly to keep these rumors from surfacing, spending millions of dollars on legal fees and non-disclosure agreements to keep the woman involved quiet. In some cases, it was said that women were actually paid off to deny the allegations and sign contracts that prevented them from speaking publicly. It seems like Justin doesn't like his wife too much. When Hailey and Justin are out in public, it really seems like he does not care about her. This has been shown in many videos from the paparazzi, as he once hilariously shut down a car door basically on Hailey, who was getting out behind him, and the other time he ran away from paparazzi skateboarding away without Hailey. Now, to make things work, she ran to catch up to him and she fell, and Justin didn't even help her get up. In 2022, during an interview with Apple Music's Ebro Darden, shared exclusively with People at the time, Justin opened up about his mental health journey and some of the harder truths his marriage, has helped him to face. He said, "It's a journey. I remember when I first got married, I had a little bit of an emotional breakdown because I thought marriage was going to fix all of my problems, and it didn't." Justin said, it's just kind of was a reflection of like, man, you're a bit of a hypocrite, man. You want your wife to do something that you're not doing, and it's like, it's hard sometimes to look in the mirror and really have to realize, man, maybe you're not the person that you necessarily thought you were. He continued to say, and that's just a result of trauma and life circumstances. Justin, he's known to have a temper, both with fans, paparazzi, and strangers. Justin has actually hit at least 2 different photographers. Back in 2016, when Justin Bieber went on tour in Barcelona, Spain, a fan ran up to his car and actually stuck his hand in the window. The singer then instantly punched the fan in the face, making his lip bleed. Now, back then, the video of the incident was caught on camera. One time, Justin was involved also in a verbal altercation with paparazzi outside his Park Lane hotel. In the footage, the 19-year-old is seen pushing a member of the press out of the way as he climbs into a waiting car. Now, the pops, yell at him, and this causes Justin to exit the car and confront the cameraman. His bodyguards held Justin back and got back in the vehicle and drove away. There are actually a lot of videos of Justin yelling at the paparazzi. In 2015, Justin was ordered by a court to complete 12 anger management classes after he pled no contest to vandalism charges in 2014. Justin was charged with the misdemeanor, after he basically egged his former Calabasas, California neighbor's home and caused more than $800,000 in damages. That's a lot. Justin has also long battled Ramsay Hunt syndrome and first revealed his diagnosis to the public in 2022. The condition is a form of face paralysis caused by, reactivation of the shingles, which is like, chickenpox or like herpes, virus in the facial nerves. It presents kind of near either ear. Now, the virus can potentially be reactivated due to aging, other illnesses, or severe stress. Now, we all know that Justin has gone through a lot of stress due to fame, so that actually could be what caused his illness. And finally, we have the fact that Justin is just as obsessed with Selena as Hailey is. Hailey is known to outright just copy Selena, but Justin is a secret lurker himself. At Coachella 2019, DJ Snake was a performer. He had surprise guests, which included Selena. Now, days after the performance, Hailey and Justin posted a video of them looking at an article where they misspelled Justin's last name. He was complaining about that, but you could see his search history to the side. And what were they caught Googling? Selena's Coachella performance outfit. Not the performance, but like the actual outfit. Why would they look this up? Who knows? Honestly, it's weird. Then there's also the fact that Justin has a tattoo of Selena and refuses to get it covered up.